I'm a Chicago native that left the city in the mid-1970s but returned in the early 2000s. And because I'd been away for so long, I was very curious about getting to know the city again. So I decided to explore it one day by car. As I was driving around, I was really struck by the substantial deterioration of the South Side communities that I'd known as a child. There were lots of dilapidated buildings, trashy streets, vacant lots, people hanging out on the corner who were clearly unemployed. There seemed to be a liquor store on every corner and lots of empty storefronts. As I was contemplating the changes in these communities that had occurred over the previous decades, I started to wonder what could have happened in the time that I was gone to create the conditions I see now. And at that moment, I saw at the corner of my eye a woman in broad daylight pull her pants down to her ankles, squat and urinate on the sidewalk. This was shocking, obviously, but I began to wonder, what was it that woman was exposed to that made her think it was okay to squat and urinate on the sidewalk in the middle of the day? Could it be that the social and physical deterioration of those communities be reflected in the mental and emotional health of the residents of those communities? That the social and physical deterioration contributed to emotional and mental deterioration of the people who lived in some of these South Side communities? Over time, I began to drill down to a very specific element of the social environment. I began to think about the food environment, what people had access to eat. The research suggests that there is perhaps causal relationship between what we eat and how our brains function. Is it possible that a community's food environment is a key determinant of the collective mental health and well-being of the residents of that community? Could it be that the food environment is a determining factor in the levels of community violence? It's this question that drives me and motivates my work.